Welcome back, my Bionicle brethren, to another video. My name is Tahoe on Fire, and today we're going to be taking a look at something a bit different. As you can tell, this isn't a Bionicle. This is a Bandai 30-minute mission, Alto model, green. So go ahead and take a look at that box art. It is pretty sick looking. So this thing is definitely more like a Gundam. I've only ever built one of those, and I'm not exactly best at knowing exactly what a Gundam is or what Gundam lore is all about, but I do find the figures kind of dope. But I have been picking up these 30-minute mission sets because of their price point. So these things are actually $15, so they're super easy to jump in, and if you wanted something that's kind of like an entry-level experience, I would probably highly recommend this. Something I like about these 30-minute mission sets is they are pretty customizable with these extra packs. So this one I have here is going to be going on this guy, and this was $4. So this total probably cost me about 20 something after tax, which isn't too bad. So this is a option armor for long-range sniping. These armor packs and weapon packs are specifically for certain models. So these ones will only fit on the Alto model. It won't go on a Portanova or anything else they have in their lines. However, the parts on the Altos and the Portanovas can be flip-flopped. Like you can put Portanova arms on the Alto and Portanova legs on the Alto, and you can just mix and match different sets together, which is something I find incredibly fun, and it reminds me a bit of Bionicle. And you can basically just make a custom figure from the ground up if you've bought enough of these sets. And it's a pretty nice feature that I enjoy. But this Alto looks pretty cool. I really dig that green, and I'm excited to take a look at this and build it and give my honest opinions on it for you guys. So we are gonna go ahead and open this thing up right now. Let's take this off. Sets are pretty light. Another thing to keep in mind is if you have never built a Gundam set before, you are going to need a pair of like wire cutters, kind of like this. I found these in the craft section, and I much prefer these over anything else because they're a bit smaller, and they have this very flat edge here that helps me get really flush cuts, because a lot of times there's very small nooks and crannies that you gotta cut off of these things to get those pieces looking nice and right. So I'd recommend something like this. So you can go to your the craft section of like a Walmart or a Target and probably pick one of these up. You have some wire cutters at home, those might work, but they may be a little bit too bulky if you're using ones for like auto repair or like, you know, like a home tool set. So here we have our pieces in this mold here, which is primarily all of our green pieces. There's some light green stuff right there. I'm not really sure what that's for. And then our second bag, which has some of the smaller molds here, and these all appear to be a darker gray. Here are the assembly instructions. If you're new to building Gundams or anything like it, you may want to go over the assembly instruction symbols that they have in the booklets. That way you can know exactly what they expect of you when building the set, because you don't want to cut off something that shouldn't be cut off or do something wrong, because once you screw up one of those pieces, you're not getting it back into its regular condition, and you may actually ruin the set. And then here we have our actual instructional booklet. Kind of unfolds there, nice and long. Looks like a lot, but this set is actually one of the more simpler ones that you will build if you do end up picking up other stuff, other actual Gundam sets, and building those. Those can be a bit more complex depending on what you're buying and what price point. Our 30-minute mission Alto set is now complete. He's a pretty small boy. All of these sets are. I'll put my clippers there for reference. So he's just about as tall as the clippers are. Now they do call these 30-minute mission sets for a reason. They're reasonably small and very quick to put together. You may not finish it in exactly 30 minutes, depending on how comfortable you are with cutting those pieces, but they are fairly quick to put together. But that doesn't mean they're crap quality. These things fit together very well, and I never really have any issues with getting something to fit in there or having something not feel like it's not fitting properly. Everything is very flush, and as long as you're cutting everything correctly, you shouldn't have any issues with putting this thing together at all. Now, like I said earlier, this thing is highly customizable. You can mix all kinds of different pieces from different sets together. That even applies to the weapons themselves. So my Alto is carrying this little machine gun, this little submachine gun here. Put him down. And all of these pieces do come apart. The sight comes off, and you can put different sights on it. The barrel comes off. You can put different barrels on it. So it's like you can put anything pretty much together that fits in these slots, and you can make your own custom weapons, your own custom sets. You just need to buy a couple more sets so you have those extra pieces, but you can make some really cool stuff here. He also comes with a little pet doggy. Just kidding, he's not a pet dog, but he is this small little robot guy. I don't know if he's like a little bad robot or what, but his head does come off, and you can actually swap it out. And I actually saw that in the recommendation on the box of something you can do. So he just pops right on there. And now he has a little flat head. I don't know if he's like taking control of him or what. I don't know if there's a story or anything that goes along with these guys. If any of you guys know, you can let me know in the comments. In the instruction manual, he's actually called a Roy Roy. I'm not really sure why. Here, let me find it. There it is. Yeah, so you got your little doggy Roy Roy, your little robot dog. I'm not really sure what this other weapon is supposed to be. Maybe it's some kind of grenade of some kind, but it's kind of flimsy, not super well put together. But the gun and everything else in this set is fairly well made, and for $15, that's a pretty good price point. So would I say that this set is worth the money? Entirely. There's very few downsides. The pieces are, while not the best quality, you're not going to feel like they're super cheap or you feel like it's going to fall apart. And as far as the posability and stuff goes, they're very articulate. They have multiple moving pieces, like this shoulder piece rotates freely and also lets you move the arm at the same time. The head is on a full swivel, it can be rotated. The waist moves here at this point, and it moves, you can move the actual top, the actual torso piece as well, completely separately. Joints at the hips, you do the splits. And he can also bend at the knee, and at, like the top of the knee and the bottom of the knee are both articulate, and he's got posable ankles as well. I also did buy this option armor, and I'm actually going to be opening that, cutting it out, and putting it on him right now. So I'm going to open that up. So here is what came in that option armor set. Now this thing was $4. It also comes with a instruction little paper here to show you how to put it all together. Now these things are substantially smaller, and it's just a couple of extra option armor pieces for your guy. They do have a ton of these on the website. This one isn't probably the best color coordinated fit for the guy that I have, but it was the one that I got. So you can go on their website and check out all the ones that they have. They have a whole bunch. Some of them are like wings for flying and like all kinds of different weapon packs and armor variations. And like I said, these are easy to paint. So if you didn't like the color of something, you could always buy the look you wanted and then change the color of it later. Okay, so here we have him with his armor pack on. So it's got this really cool looking sword thing. They can flip around so it can be pointed forward, or you can have it like this. This head, which almost seems to have like a zoom on it for long range combat, these cool blue shoulder pieces and this front-facing armor plate. So not as much comes in these armor packs. Like I said, there's different kinds. Some are more geared towards the legs or the arms, or you can get, like I said, ones for weapons and all kinds of different stuff. So go ahead and check out their website. So would I recommend a 30-minute mission set? Yes, entirely. These things are super satisfying to build. They don't feel cheap, even though they can be bought for fairly cheap. And they look good, they feel good, and their extreme posability and small form factor are great items to put on shelves. So if you're a collector and you want a couple of these cool looking figures to put on your shelf, or you want to jump in and kind of find out what building Gundams is like, I feel like this is a great starting point for you. So go ahead and check out these 30-minute mission sets. I'd recommend any color of any build, because I built a couple of these before. So go ahead and check those out, and I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you and goodbye.